And what up, what's good with y'all? Hope all has been well. So today is the day that we pick up the new motor for the 350Z. For those that follow me on IG, y'all already know what it is. I was planning on waiting to tell YouTube first, but look, check it out. See, what ended up happening was I was overly excited because I was trying to mind fuck everybody and have everybody thinking one thing and then doing another thing, and I was gonna post it on YouTube and then I was gonna post it on Instagram after, but you know, excitement couldn't hold it in, so I had to post it because I was, you know, I'm juiced about it. You know, it's kind of like my going against the grain and mind fucking everybody situation slash choice that I wanted to do. I'm doing it ass backwards. I should be posting on YouTube first because I don't get paid through Instagram. I should post on YouTube first, that way, for me, it forces people to come here, view the shit, make an extra couple chips, and then post on there after. But I'm doing this shit all wrong, so I really need to adjust my posting and have it to where YouTube sees things first. But anywho, I already know that I'm like, you should have did the 2J. It's like, in the day, I already have a 2J. I'm already familiar with that motor. I know exactly what to do. I know how it's gonna make power. It's cookie cutter. You get a 2J, single turbo, injectors, E85, standalone, all day long. It makes 600 horsepower bare minimum with, you know, like, I know that setup. So for me, and far as a content standpoint, want to do something different, want to expand and learning, I decided to go LS3 because I haven't had an LS motor. Years ago, people don't know that I actually had a LS1. I just never put it in my car. I want to say probably 2009 when I had my my S13 when I was starting to build it. When my second SR blew up, I was like, you know what, I'm over this shit. I'm gonna go LS. I bought the LS1. And then I ended up having a friend that hit me up saying he needed an LS because his just blew up. And then I started doing the, well, if I sell the LS1, I can rebuild the SR. And that's what ended up happening. So I never put the LS in my car. But in between those years, I kind of got hella anti-LS because you had everybody that was doing LS1s and the S13s and stuff. And it became, for me, I was anti-LS in like S chassis and stuff as far as drifting because it took away from the grassroots. That's kind of where my, like, I wouldn't say hatred, but that's where I kind of started going against the grain and not want to do an LS, just because in drifting, which was like my passion and my love, it was like, it became like a LS like shit show. Everybody was just LS swapping everything. It was like the cheat code for it. And it kind of like, you know, for me, it kind of messed up the grassroots of drifting because, you know, before it was all about style being lowered, and then here comes, you know, like FD and stuff. It's like the cars are fucking 7 feet off the ground, wheel fitment shitty, everybody has the LS. So for me, it was more of a personal thing. It wasn't that I didn't like the LS, it was just more so I didn't like what it was kind of doing to drifting. I'm a big fan of the LS3s. No one could ever say I never said, or no one could ever be like, oh, he said that fuck LS3s or anything like that. I'll still to this day say that LS1s are trash, LS2s are trash, but a LS3 to a LS7, you know, is, for me, it's all bang, you know, it's cool. I have no issues with those. I love the LS3 motors, like bang for buck. It is a fucking fantastic motor, hence to why I decided to do one. That's kind of little history on why I never put an LS in my car. But since I already have my dream 2J, you know, I'm about to have a 2J that makes 1,000 horsepower. I still have my SR that makes 500 horsepower. So from a standpoint of, you know, being different and trying something new, it's just the most practical. Like, I have, like, when you look at it, I have 3 boosted cars. Like, the G35 is boosted, the 300ZX is boosted, the SC is boosted. So now this lets me try something different, and it's my first V8 on the channel. And when you look at it from a marketing standpoint, this allows me to branch out to another audience. So for a street car, I think this is gonna be fucking dope. 500 horsepower all day long. And while we're talking about the 2J, I do have something to show y'all because my boy Miguel did send a new exhaust manifold. I told y'all I was switching up, going twin scroll. So the manifold is here, so let me give y'all a look at that thing real quick. And here is the new exhaust manifold that is going to be going on the SC300. Finally getting rid of that old cast log manifold. We made good power on it, but it is a restriction point. So my boy Miguel built this. It's tubular, twin scroll, dual wastegate setup, so we should have, you know, no issues with boost control. Hopefully this thing will maintain boost and, you know, keep it constant as far as the low boost setting goes. That's usually the issue. Low boost would, you know, would spike on a lot of setups, but hopefully the runners and equal length and all that stuff is, you know, done properly, and that way we won't have issue with it. But overall, manifold looks good. I'm gonna have my boy Lamar re-ceramic coat this thing, and then we'll get this on. This thing should be on sometime this week. But yeah, this is a new little Little piece for the Jay-Z. Note to y'all, this thing is fucking heavy, bruh. Like, like this shit is heavy. This thing is heavy. Oh, that shit's tight. This thing is heavy. Since I did decide on going, hold on, we got something on the screen. We don't want that glare. But yeah, since we are going LS3, I did already get a cam. My boy Gabe supplied this cam. Like, thank you, bro. Really appreciate it. Gabe hit me up when he seen I was going LS3. We've been chopping it up, and he was just like, you know, hey, bro, I got a cam that's been sitting here. If you need it, I never installed it. Come get it, because he has a Texas Speed Stage 4. So this cam that he gave me was for his other motor that he ended up selling, but keeping the cam. So he let me get this thing. But yeah, this is the cam he sent over. Woo! So yeah, my LS3 already has a cam. About to go pick this up, and that's what we're gonna be installing. The same dude that assembled my Jay-Z, y'all are familiar with Brett. He also does a lot of LS stuff. So I'm about to have him install this cam with all the BTR goodies and stuff like that. So it's gonna be pretty dope. This thing should make 500 horsepower all motor, 490 somewhere around there. Between 490 and 510 is what I'm expecting. But it should sound pretty fucking good. This thing should brap a lot. But enough with the talking. Let's go out here, let's pick up this motor, and let's get into today. And I know a lot of y'all gonna ask me, well, how much you get the LS3 for? Here you go, right here. I am going to answer that question. LS3s aren't really all that cheap. You got people saying, oh, you can do an LS swap for what? For 6,000. Like, to do a good LS swap, you can't do for, I want to say under 10 grand. Like, I'm keeping AC, I'm keeping all my factory stuff, all the factory 350Z gauges and all that stuff are gonna work. So the initial cost of the motor is 4 grand. That's what he wanted. Kind of talked him down to 3,500, which is still fair. The plus side to this motor is it's an actual 6-speed motor, because the automatics are like not true LS3s, what they like to say. They call them like L92s or some shit. And the difference between the actual 6-speed and the L92 LS3 or whatever. Bear with me, I'm gonna try to explain it quick as possible. Whereas the automatic L92 LS3 motors, what happens is they shut down 4 cylinders. They have the cylinder shut down, and they start running on 4 cylinders to retain gas mileage and all that other stuff. Whereas the real LS3s, you don't have that. If you have a L92 LS3, you have to like convert all that shit over to get rid of that, etc, etc. So the bonus of having the actual LS3 that I have, it's already a 6-speed car, so I don't have to worry about none of that. It eliminates the cost of having to do extra shit, so that's also a plus right there. So overall it's fair, but the initial cost of this motor is 3,500. So getting the motor for 3,500. Luckily Aaron has the whole LLJ mount kit, so I'm gonna be buying his mount kit. He's giving me the homie hookup on that, so the homie hookup on that is 4,500. He has the Wire Specialties harness, but unfortunately, since his is for LS6, it's not gonna work with my LS3 because the harness and everything is completely different. I'm gonna have to get me a harness made. Harness is gonna be anywhere from $1,200 to $1,600. From there is just the little stuff that's gonna start adding up that we gotta figure out. Yeah, y'all can start calculating that on how much it's gonna cost so far, but realistically, I don't see you being able to do an LS3 with AC and everything working for under 10 grand, regardless if you're doing all the work or not. Here with this nigga Ashmani.
What's happening? And we got the Jay-Z.
Yeah, this little nigga name is Jay-Z.
No, for real. Real life.
Not Jay-Z the rapper because he's black, not to associate the two.
You guys are all fucking racist. I know that's what y'all was thinking.
What up, boy? How you doing?
Great. How you doing?
Cool, cool, cool.
Hey, this nigga ain't never been on the hill before. Hey.
So what up, bro? Mike. Sochi, bro. Mike. Oh shit, nigga, he almost got trampled.
Nice to meet you.
And here is my LS.
Yeah, if you would have asked me like shit a week ago, he had like.
So y'all can see it is 6-speed LS. Came out of that SS. So luckily for me, I don't have a hot motor. My shit ain't a Stolo. I ain't gotta worry about getting.
That's what they told you.
Nah, I came out of his car.
Check the vents.
You want to tilt on this?
All in. Strap him down, then we off to Santa Rosa.
LS. Where we do that I thought you was a Japanese man. Everyone's honking. Everyone's like,
Bruh. At least brake after we get to Santa Rosa.
man.
At least he can help us fix it there. That fool specializes in diesel shit.
Where the fuck this nigga at? You over here stuck. Can't even make it to fucking Jack in the Box.
Look, he looking like, what the fuck going on with this shit, bruh? What's up, fool? You sleep? I just had to hit up fucking Morgan, Megan, whatever her name is, to get the code.
Oh shit, my phone's in the other room, that's why.
You suck, nigga.
Yeah, let's clean up the park. What's this little guy?
That's Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, alright. Is he yours or?
Nah, that's my boys. Money's.
Hey, Amani, Brett. Nice to meet you.
What are you doing, little nigga? Get off of me! Get off of me! You wanna fight? Come on.
Kibble. Yummy. Steak.
So sitting here going over kind of what we gonna do with this thing.
Sit. No, it's fucking.
Retarded. But this fool's already trying to upsell me on a fucking blower setup.
Is that a
Trying to have me with four boosted cars.
big scroll? Let me see that.
Yeah, just careful putting your finger in there and turning it.
That's what she said.
You give it enough force to get to turn and that fucking gets you. It
Not
comes
if
around,
you know
gets
what you're doing.
Yeah, good luck.
When?
I'm not gonna be holding it while your finger comes up the intake.
So my original 2J right here, we just took it apart and look at the bearings. I forgot to tell y'all what happened with that motor. When Brett was disassembling it, we noticed that a piece of the filter bullshit got stuck in the housing, and then it that's why the oil pressure was low. And you can see right here, you got all the bearings have like scoring on them. So watch out for that shit. I think the filter, what was it? It was probably a royal purple filter that time too, huh? Yeah. Fuck that filter.
Should have used Toyota.
Shut up, ho.
Don't be mad. I'm right.
You should have used it when your Jay-Z blew up for the first time.
Yeah, because I used the fucking O'Reilly filter.
Then shut up, ho. You blew up a motor too. But before we leave, I figured I'd show y'all Brett's car. So this is his personal car. Obviously, it has nitrous and a whole bunch of stuff. He built this motor, built these heads and everything. So I figured since my LS3 is here, it'll be a good time for him to kind of go over his LS and tell y'all kind of what he did.
This is LS3 block. It's not really you couldn't really call it a LS3, but it's not really an LS3 engine, but it's an LS3 block with an LS1 crank in it. I got some Trick Flow 235s on it, Molly pistons, Compstar rods, stock LS1 crank, like I said, in the Fast 102. And I got a kit on it that I haven't run yet, obviously. Still working on the engine tune a little bit, but it's getting there. So I'm hoping for 450, but anything higher would be nice. Anything higher will just put me that much deeper in the tens. So.
What cam?
VTR Stage 4 LS6 LS2 series cam, like their Cathedral Port series Stage 4, and run on E85.
So now that I have an LS3, it seems like all I'm doing is listening to cam sounds. What sound do cams make?
Blah, 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 blah.
What sound cams make, Danny?
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Oh, make that sound.
I've been going too crazy, these niggas too shady. Speed limit 65, I'm about to do 80. Fuck them niggas hating on. I've been on the come up. You can go to speed, but it's better if you run up. You can ride with a nigga, but I'ma give you a choice. If you really wanna holler, then I'ma give you a voice.